Hi there, Mark Wallace here, and welcome to video 2 of this short training course. Now, as you'll see today, I have my headset on so that you can hear me better. I also have my glasses on because I'm going to be doing some work on screen so you can actually see what I'm doing and we have effectively a walkthrough. Now, before we start, I'm going to be giving you this spreadsheet here. It's just a way to help us formulate our ideas and effectively document what we're doing, because in this game you've got to be organized. If you're not organized, then things will come unstuck very quickly, because we're going to be looking at, we're going to be brainstorming products, we're going to be looking at best-selling products on eBay and Amazon. We're going to be looking for suppliers for particular products as well. So you've got to kind of stay organized. So I will be dropping this video in the email that you've got. So please just download this and start utilizing it. It's very basic. But with that said, let us crack on with basically trying to uncover and find a market. Now, in yesterday's video, I mentioned that most people have about £1,000, $1,500 worth of crap, shall we say, in their house that they can sell, whether it be unused presents or unwanted presents, whatever it is, something you've purchased that you haven't got around to using, old clothes, old baby clothes or baby toy, whatever. You've signed up to this because basically I've said that we can effectively help you get an e-commerce business up and running with less than $200, give or take. And that is absolutely feasible. However, why don't you, as a first instance, sell or go around your house, find some stuff to sell, get it on eBay very quickly, start selling it. It's unused stuff anyway, so it doesn't matter what you sell it for, but that can be your seed money to help you start this business. So it might be that you find £500 worth of stuff in your house, whack it on eBay, you've sold 500 quid's worth of stuff. That is your seed money to start this business, so you're not actually investing any of your own cash. So that's just an idea, potentially. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do a quick walkthrough on how we do some research to find a product. Now, this video is probably going to be about 15 minutes long, give or take. It might run over. What I'm not going to do in this video is show you how to or where to source the products, because that will be tomorrow's video. But today is all about the research element, okay? So first port of call, I always come to Google. And very basically, Google has Google Suggest. So whenever you type something into Google, the suggest bar here, the toolbar here, Google bring back searches relevant to what you're typing in, and they're recent searches, what other people have been typing into Google. So it's popular recent searches. So let's just say we are looking for some new kitchen equipment. So I'm going to type in best kitchen. I don't need knives, but what I like to do is I like to go through the alphabet here. So I'd type in A. Okay, I don't want an appliance, so I'm going to type in B. What's going to come back there? Best kitchen backsplash. Okay, that's interesting. Backsplashes, from what I can gather, are if you're cooking on a hob or stove, it's whatever you put behind there, like a plastic thing to stop splashes, so it's easy wipe. So just as a matter of interest, as I say, I'm going to give you this spreadsheet. I'm just going to put kitchen. Backsplash on there, because that's interesting to me. We've also got Blender. So is Blender's going to be quite a competitive market, because there's obviously a lot of brands in that market space. But we could potentially look to sell something like a Blender. So I'm going to put Blender down as well. It's not my favourite so far. And we just go through the alphabet here. Cabinets, countertops, colours, cabinet paint. No, not really relevant. Design. Nope. Let's go to K. So we've got knives, knife set, knife sharpener. Okay, knife sharpener could be an interesting one. So that is going to go on the spreadsheet. if I can spell. Knife sharpener. Okay, so have a look at that best, and then we can look at. Okay, so I used to specialise in selling embarrassing products, should we say? So health and well-being goods, sexual wellness goods. So I know that there's a huge marketplace for people who suffer from embarrassing ailments, who don't necessarily want to buy something over the counter in your local supermarket or in your high street store. So the first place they come is to search online. So so if we type in embarrassed about, so we've got depression, and then again we just go through the alphabet. So this is a time-consuming thing, but it's actually I quite enjoy this element of it. So here we've got acne. We know acne is a big issue, so I'm just going to type in acne down there. I'm going to type in P, pregnancy period, premature ejaculation. Okay, so again, a big market. And then if we do PS, psychology, okay, so there's nothing about psoriasis, which is interesting because I know that psoriasis is a big issue. I actually suffer from psoriasis myself, so there's psoriasis can go down there. Help with So basically, we just go through the alphabet and type in various different things. Best selling, e-commerce products, for argument's sake. Let's have a look at that. That's going to bring up a list of 10 places to shop for ideas. This just gives you additional ideas to find things. So basically, just use Google as a tool to search for products that you could potentially sell. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to come over to Terapeak, because this gives us actual real-life data, okay? And you can't argue with data. What we're doing on Google is we're just seeing what other people are searching for, because if people are searching for something, they're obviously interested in purchasing something or interested in that particular topic. This little website here called Terapeak is an insight tool. Now, you can sign up to Terapeak here. I'll give you a link to sign up to it in the email. And basically, you can try it for free for 7 days. What I would recommend is sign up. You do have to give your credit card details, but you can cancel. And I would recommend, if you don't want to carry on using it, maybe you found a product within those 7 days, you've used it for a couple of hours a day or an hour a day, and you've got some good insights on some good products and what's selling well, then just cancel the subscription. You won't then be billed, but make sure you do that on the 6th day. So I actually have an account, so I'm just going to log in now. So I'll just pause this while I log in. Back. Right, now this is effectively the user face on Terapeak, and we've got Terapeak eBay, we've got Terapeak Amazon. You can use it to find stats on both eBay and Amazon. I'll just use it in this tutorial for the eBay side of things, just to speed the process up. Now, we can search by product, competitor, or category. I'm going to search by product here, and down here we have the sales over 90, 60, 45, 30, 14, and so on days. I'm going to leave this at 90 for now. You'll see on the spreadsheet here that I've got product 1, and this is when we get into digging into the nuts and bolts and really trying to find products that we're interested in. I've got the 90-day sell-through rate and the 60-day sell-through rate on eBay. So again, just input those details on there. But and I'm using, here we can use ebay.com, .canada, .co.uk, .australia, France, Germany, and Italy. We can gather research from there. So, one of the things that we came across was let's just say psoriasis. And let's see what comes up if I type in psoriasis. I'm just going to pause this again while it does its searching. So yeah, when it goes through its searching, it takes about a minute or 2 minutes just to pull in the data. Now, what we're looking at here is everything that's sold on eBay, the price it's sold, the starting price, so if it's gone on sale on auction, the end price, the number of bids, and the end date. What is key information to us is I'm not too concerned about the average price at this point in time, or the shipping price, or the start price, or the listings, really. What I'm interested in is this. 60.92%, so almost 61% sell-through rate. That's good. That means that 60.92% of the listings that have been put on eBay have sold. That's good for us. We want to be looking at products that are probably above 30% sell-through rate. Okay, anything above that is considered a good sell-through. And again, you can scroll through here, look at what products are being sold, and if we look, we're looking at, okay, so there's a lot of UV lamps to help with psoriasis. UV lamps really help break up the psoriasis and make it more manageable for people. But obviously within the psoriasis market as well, there's going to be cheaper products, hence this average selling price, and that's going to be skincare related stuff, so creams, ointments, and stuff like that. So we can click on this tab here, okay, and I'm just going to pause it again while this does its research and comes back again. Okay, so now we've clicked that tab here, which is just, I'll show you here, it's high level information tab, okay, so it's next to views, and it looks like a book, I guess. Now, it gives you the same sort of information, but what is interesting here, if we wanted to start selling on Amazon, and eBay, and when we're looking to set up our own e-commerce business, the best and cheapest and the lowest risk places to start are selling on eBay and Amazon. Obviously, you've got fees to pay. eBay, you pay a fee when you list an item, and you also pay when it's sold. Amazon, you only pay them a commission when something's sold. But it's absolutely the cheapest and best place to start. If you're setting up your own e-commerce store, which I'll come on to in a future video, you've got off-the-shelf platforms that are very good nowadays, and you can get free trials of them, but there's a monthly fee there. So the best place to test your products are Amazon and eBay. Okay? So anyway, this here gives us our highest priced items. Okay, that's fine. Not that interested in the highest priced items. What is interesting here is this tells you when the items that have been listed, the best selling times, and we'll see here there's a huge spike at about 10 to 11 a.m. through to 10 to 11 p.m. tend to be the best selling times for psoriasis items, and it completely varies on different products, but it gives us an insight into when we list our items. Because if we are going to list on eBay, you can schedule your start time and finish time. So if we notice that there's a huge spike between, let's say, 7 and 8 p.m., we can ensure that our listing goes live at 7 to 8 p.m. and it'll also finish at 7 to 8 p.m., giving it the best chance of selling. Other things here we can see here, pricing points. So a lot of the products selling between $1 and $3.99. Then it goes $4 to $7.99. $11.99, and so on and so forth. So you just get the idea, and it gives us an overview. Day of the week where most of the products are being purchased is a Sunday. Time of day, 8 till 9, there you go, tells us there. Health and beauty category, and so on and so forth. So it tells us where the categories are listed and the keywords that people are utilizing. So this is all valuable information to us as a seller. You know, if we can tap into these products, this is invaluable, because it gives us insight and a competitive advantage over an awful lot of people, because most people, when they sell on Amazon and eBay and even online, they don't do this level of research, and this is just scratching the surface. Now, general stats, which is quite interesting. Total sales 94,000. That's good for us. It means there's a lot of products selling. Total listings 2,000, nearly 3,000. Successful listings, nearly 2,000. Items sold, 7,000. Average bids per listings, how many people are bidding up per item. Sell-through rate, like we said, nearly 61%. And sellers per day, again, this is interesting. That is the number of people selling these particular products on a daily basis. So that number is good to us. If that number was 100, 200, then it would mean that it's quite a competitive space to go into. Anything sort of 50 and less is considered quite good. So 58, it's worth a punt. It's worth more research into the marketplace. Okay. So just on the spreadsheet here, I have put. You'll have to forgive that noise in the background. If that sounds like there's a plane taking off, it's my heater. My radiator in the office is gone, so the heater's working. So I do apologise about that. But here, I'm quite interested in psoriasis. So I've just put main keyword as psoriasis at the moment. What I'll do is I'll elaborate on that as we go forward and do some more research. But I've also put 90-day sell-through rate, 60.92, which is fine. eBay price, we're going to try and average it out. I mean, they've put £12.19. Let's just put that for now, but we know that is predominantly governed by the lower priced products because of skin creams and such like. If you're looking at a device like we saw, like the UV lamps, and I can show you where to source those if need be, they're going to be selling for about £100 plus, $100 plus, and I'll show you places where you can purchase things like this for probably $30 to $40. So you can see already that there's a huge profit margin there. So that is Terapeak, okay? So you can type in pretty much any word here and it'll come back with search volumes and statistics that you can then, utilize to your advantage to see what markets we can go into. Now, next thing we do is there's a couple of ways we can use Amazon, okay, to do our research on products. One is, like we've just done, we've gone through, we've looked at psoriasis through Google. We've then come through Terapeak, typed in psoriasis, and had a look at the eBay results. So I can just type in psoriasis here, and effectively, Amazon is a search engine. Ultimately, Amazon is a search engine. Google's a search engine for people looking for information. Amazon is a search engine for people looking to purchase products. So the best place to do your research is on these platforms. I've just typed in psoriasis here, and what's come up is what people are searching for. So I'm just gonna hit psoriasis in all departments, okay? And that will come back with some results in a minute. Okay, so now there's 116 of 12,000 products for psoriasis. And again, don't get worried by that seems like an awful lot of results for psoriasis. In actual fact, it's not. If you consider Amazon has millions and millions and millions of customers, then 12,000 is a drop in the ocean. Now, okay, so we can just go through here. We can have a look at some of these products. Psoriasis cream, and again, you've got related search: psoriasis cream, psoriasis shampoo, psoriasis treatment. So there's keywords we can start utilizing here. We can start really digging into the product. And again, I will explain what these reviews are and all sorts of things. Okay, so let's just say I'm looking at psoriasis at the moment. I am going to open this one. I am going to open this listing here. I'm going to open this listing here. And I'm just picking these at random just to show you how we potentially go and do some research and see whether a product is selling well on Amazon. So what I'm looking for here is, and Amazon, if you've not used Amazon before as a research tool, it can be quite confusing to begin with. But what we're looking for is this section here. Product details. Okay, so we ignore all that. What we're focusing in on here is the best seller rank. So that means, how is this product selling in Amazon in general, and also in the specific categories that the product is listed in. So we can see here that this is selling for this is number 2,500 basically in health and personal care. That's good. Okay, anything below a best seller rank, which is this, the best seller rank, anything below Some people say 100. Some people say 5,000. Go somewhere in between, okay? That is very good. Now, if we go down a level, so this is bestseller rank in health and personal care. So that's an overall category, okay? Now, it's this particular product is number 17 in healthcare and personal, and then sub-niche is healthcare, sub-niche medications and treatments, sub-niche therapeutic skincare, because it's effectively a therapeutic skincare. Psoriasis is a specialist skin condition, I guess. So that's selling very, very well. Okay. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, sorry, I'll go back as well, because also what is important is the number of reviews this product has got. It's got 316 reviews. That's good. It means it's selling well. People like the product. And again, people leave different feedback for products. You can go and search down here, and you just get an overview as to what's good about the product and what's bad about the product. And you can gain incredibly valuable insights from doing a bit of research into the feedback from customers. Because basically, if someone's left I'd say a 3-star or below, 3-star or lower review, it gives you insight into what's wrong with the product and how we could potentially improve on that product going forward. Okay? So again, we'll just have a quick look here. This one is 3,000, and this one is 58 in shampoos. Okay? And let's have a look at this. This has got a great image, by the way. It's a fantastic image. And we're going to scroll down again. And this is 4,000. So again, it's still selling well. And this is 24 in health and wellcare therapeutic skincare. So we know that this is selling well. So on the face of it, psoriasis treatments are a potentially good market to go into. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, how do we find suppliers in this marketplace? Are we going to be competing against branded products in this marketplace? And the answer to that is, I'm going to show you in the next video. And no, we're not going to be competing against branded products, because what we're going to be doing, and ultimately what we're going to be looking to do, is create our own brand. Now, don't let that put you off. It is actually a lot simpler than you would think, and you don't have to invest anywhere near as much money as I can imagine you thinking already. So that is a very top level overview of how to do some digging for products. Now, the next thing we can do, that I want to show you, a little tip that I learnt recently actually, is I want you to type in star in the search box and hit enter. And what happens is, it'll take its time, but... Oh, hello. Stop. Okay, so what happens is no results come back, or so we think. But what I want you to do is I want you to come down to departments here. I then want you to come down to, beg your pardon, full store directory and click that link. And this gives us a list of, this is everything Amazon sells, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to ignore everything from here backwards. Ignore all of that. You don't need to know anything about that. What we're interested in is everything from electronics and computers to the right. So this is everything Amazon sells, basically. Now, good markets to go into: home, garden and tools, beauty, baby is a good market, as is toys and kids, and sports and outdoors. What I potentially would leave alone to begin with is electronics and computers, unless you're incredibly passionate about it. Electronics and computers, it's incredibly competitive, and to a certain extent, if you're dealing with products that have got electrical components in it, then we might come unstuck somewhere along the line if we're not overly technical and we haven't got backup behind us, and automotive as well. But let's just say, for argument's sake, I want to see what is selling well in kitchen and dining. Okay, so I've clicked through to kitchen and dining. Now, again, you'll see down here on the right-hand side there are subcategories, sub-niches. So kitchen and dining, we've got bakeware, we've got cookware, we've got dining and entertainment. Now, what we can do, and what we should be doing as part of our research process, is going through and looking at best sellers. Best selling products are products we want to get involved with. It means people are buying them. And everyone says, oh, well, if it's a best selling product, isn't it going to be hugely competitive? Yes and no. We're not going after branded products, but it means if there's sellers selling items and people buying items, there's room for us to get into that market space. Okay, we can outmarket them effectively. Most people selling on Amazon, in particular, are crappy marketers. They don't really understand what they're doing, and that's where we can step in and really beat them at their own game, so to speak. So what I want you to do is, again, pick some categories you're interested in and literally scroll through the top 100 in various different categories. So here we've got spatulas, we've got a blender bottle, we've got a vegetable spiralizer. What's tickling my fancy at the moment? Okay, we've got a knife sharpener. Okay, in fact, we wrote that down before, knife sharpener. What else have we got in here? We have got... What else could tickle our fancy? We've got... These are always going to be popular. Tupperware containers. So I'm just going to type that there. Tupperware container. And remember, these are best sellers on Amazon. So if they're a best-selling product, these guys are making a lot of money from the sales on a daily basis. And again, we just go through the process, write down anything you are interested in, because we can then go and do the research on Terapeak. We can look at bestseller ranks and see whether that product is going to be worth pursuing ultimately. So that's an overview of Amazon, and again, you can do that for sports and home and garden, babies, whatever. Just pick some categories that you enjoy, and I would suggest getting about, if you can, 10 to 20 to 30 product ideas that you're interested in, and just pop them on this spreadsheet. I'm going to give you the spreadsheet so you can utilize this and just fill it in as best you can. Okay. Now, just to wrap this video up, because I know we've probably been going a little bit longer than I anticipated, other places to do some research online to see what's selling, go to magazines.com. Go to all categories, and you'll see here. Okay, so we've got animals and pets. And magazines.com, they're not going to effectively publish anything that isn't selling. So all the categories and niches that are on magazines.com, you can guarantee there's a market for it. If you don't want to go on magazines.com and you're out and about, in the UK we've got Waterstones, or we've got WH Smith. In the States, I think you've got Barnes and Noble, and whatever else it may be. Just have a look on the magazine rack next time you're out. Basically, any magazine that's out there is a niche, and people are buying that magazine because they're interested in that particular niche. Okay, so animals and pets, big market. Antiques and collectibles, big market. Are we going to go into it for this? Probably not. Cycling, yes. Children, yes. Cooking, food and beverage, we've just mentioned that. Yes. Crafts is a huge market. Fashion, probably not going to go into fashion at this stage, unless you're passionate about it. Health and fitness, yes. Home and gardening, you get the point. We just go and do some research on this. And again, it's just brainstorming. It's just feeding your imagination. And I'm sure that once you've sort of gone through this process, you're going to be bursting with ideas. And the next thing we can do, if we really want to, is we go to dummies.com. Again, these guys aren't dummies. They will only produce guides and books that they know are going to sell. So what I would suggest is, we're on the Dummies page here, dummies.com. Come down to the bottom and click Topics A to Z. And when that loads up, what you're going to see is a list of topics that they effectively create publications in. So computer software, not interested. Okay, so crafts and hobbies, we've got crocheting, we've got knitting, we've got quilting, scrapbooking, sewing. Okay, potential markets. Food and drink, canning and preserving. Okay, that is a a potential market that I hadn't considered. Healthy eating, special diets, wine, beer and spirits, home brewing, big business at the moment. Again, skin healthcare, gardening, home organisation. You get the point. Okay, so just spend some time going through the tools that I've given you in this video. As I say, in the email, there's going to be links to these that can help you. Just click through and just spend some time researching. If you're struggling in any way, shape or form, just drop me an email. I'll be more than happy to reply to you and say, well, you're probably going in the wrong direction, or yes, that's a good market to go into. So with that said, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I hope you found this interesting, and get stuck in, okay? The only way to do this is to get stuck in, and I think you'll start enjoying the process once you start doing it. So with that said, I will see you in the next video, and in that video we're going to be looking at effectively where to find suppliers. Okay, so I'll look forward to speaking to you then. Take care.